You are now watching Absolute Cinema. On September 1st, I uploaded my first YouTube video on this account. And it was a realm tour. And I am going to do it's a little after a month, but another realm tour, an updated realm tour. And we're going to see how much really changed in about a month and 9 days. And, first we're going to start with Stone Age Village, the village where the prophet lives. This is going to be one of the villages that have changed probably the least, but there's a few changes. So, obviously I had walked over some of this stuff in the first video, so I'm going to kind of just skip past that. And bear with me if I don't remember certain things that I showed in the video and I re-show it again, acting as if I didn't show it. And there might be some things that I miss, so I apologize in advance, but I believe these light posts are new, so that's pretty cool. I actually really do like these light posts. This block, I can't even remember what it's called at the top of my head, if I'm being honest with you. The chiseled tuff block. That is one of my new favorite blocks they added for sure. And then this, about the same, except there's some videos recorded. I just need to edit a few things out, and this video is going to go up before it. But there's a video of the first day, and so this is a whole bunch of shit that probably is very confusing. But Lord Terra has seen all these changes on his land. He needs something new to his land. He has blessed the land with a new power. We need to appreciate the greatness Lord Terra does. And Amphissians did the same thing for the water. So basically, we have bedrock add-ons that are, Lord Terra and Amphissians blessings. And you'll see them throughout. There's, I believe, a total of 5. There's 2 furniture mods, so we get furniture, as you had seen over here. And then there is a farming mod, and there is a water mod. So those are the blessings from Amphissians and Lord Terra. And there's Tinker Construct. There's a Bedrock version. I've heard it's not as good, but and I don't really know what that means. I've just heard of Tinker Construct. Never really seen gameplay of this. So I've experimented with a few things, and you'll see that in a second. But so we have Bedrock add-ons, basically, is what I wanted to tell you. And I believe all this is basically the same since that first tour. I believe this was the same. I believe this was here. I made these. I don't know what the fuck they are, but they look kind of cool, I guess. You can, play with them if you want. But, random structures of Lord Terra, you could say, I guess. And then the Prophet's Home. The Prophet's Humble Abode, I believe I called it in the first episode. The outside is, I think, the exact same, if I'm being honest with you. Move, OJ. Jeez, he's just in the way. I believe it's the exact same from the outside. The inside is pretty different, I believe. If you had watched, I built this basement in a video, but this basement was not here. So this is what the top level looks like. I believe it is about the same. I may have added a few things. This is the basement you had seen in the basement dwelling video if you guys had watched it. And yeah, really enjoy how I made this. And then here is the smeltery that you guys had seen me make. And I had made some new additions. So for Tinker Construct, you need a giant smeltery for some stuff. I don't really know what yet. I've kind of built this and not really done much. But you need a smeltery for Tinker Construct. So if you guys know anything about Tinker Construct, please let me know in the comments below. But yeah, so this is the smeltery room of Tinker Construct, and then this is probably my favorite room of my house. Random chests where I thought inventory management was bad in normal Bedrock, or normal Minecraft, sorry. And then you add add-ons, yeah, it's a whole lot more complex, and this gives me a stroke looking at it, so I'm sorry you guys have to witness this, but I'll get rid of these eventually. But anyhow, this is pretty much another storage room just for add-on. I'm gonna call it mods basically because it's mods, So these are just new blocks for mods basically, and there's some pretty cool shit it adds. Here's all random furniture I have made, and yes, you can actually sit on them, move seat to seat. So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. And I really love how this room turned out. I love these new block types. Oh, I did not realize it broke that quick. Love these new block types. Is it this one? No, I don't know if I have any more of that, actually. Yeah, I do. So yeah, this actually should be a thing in vanilla Minecraft. These look so damn dope. And then this is just a Tinker Construct room, basically. All these workstations are Tinker Construct tables, basically. And if you don't know what these do, I don't really either, but I'm not going to explain them in this episode. I might do a whole other video explaining this room if you guys would want that, but for now, just Tinker Construct room, basically. And then this is just an extra room where I might add some stuff. So yeah, that I believe is all that has changed with the Prophet's humble abode. Let's go get on OJ. Some things over this way has changed as well. We have found 2 naturally spawned pink sheep, blessed from Lord Terra. We have a new spruce forest next to us. And then we have a funky looking tree that the Prophet's not very happy with how it turned out. But, you know, fuck it. It's here, you know. And then there is this wheat farm that I actually really do like how it turned out. Don't really harvest it because, you know, that'd be really fucking annoying to harvest this all on the planet. But pretty much just for look purposes, and I honestly really do enjoy it. So yeah, let's head over to this tower that's been lurking in the back. Oh, I actually will head over this way. We have a horse stable now at Stone Age Village, which we did not before. Yeah, this is just a random horse stable, and that is not OJ. I am currently on OJ. He's just a random horse. And then here is a cow farm that I believe I had showed off in the first episode. I think it has bells now, which it didn't. So yeah, and then this tower over here with a modded door, pretty damn sick. This building has a lot of mods in it, so, and then you can lock it as well, so that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys heard that chicken, but there's a chicken out my window, and it is not mine. Here is this room. It's just a random aesthetic room, and then up here, basically a little archery tower. You know, we can snipe at people, and then some big chests where that has less room than a large chest, which always, you know, I find funny. But anyhow, how does this tower? It is basically just an aesthetic tower. There's not much use to it. Not the biggest, you know, it's alright. You know, I could have cooked a little bit harder, but yeah, and I believe there is one other thing to show in Stone Age Village. This video will probably go on for quite some time, so bear with me. You know, I'm trying to keep this commentary fun and entertaining, but, you know, anyhow, this is a nether portal that was blessed from Lord Terra himself. I've no Terian or anyone has went in the nether yet. Amphissians have, and I believe other people have, but any Terian have not. And Lord Terra has given Terians a safe way into the nether. The Prophet will be making his first trip into the nether any day now. Terians will reach a point of no return as the Prophet enters the nether. We ask for a worldwide blessing and a safe return as the Prophet. So, I am the Prophet. I am the only one who speaks to Lord Terra. I also fight for Lord Terra. I, you know, survived assassination attempt for Lord Terra. And basically, he brings me back. That's how that works, you know. He's blessed my soul, and he just snaps his fingers, and I'm on the earth again. But if I die in the nether, Lord Terra does not have those powers just to bring me back. So, if I die in the nether, I die. The Prophet is a dead character. I will have to find something new. The series will continue, but the Prophet, the Terian Prophet, will be dead. And I don't think that's anything anyone wants. So, yeah, we need to make sure we have a nice, good, safe way in there, is basically what I'm saying. And that is basically all for the Stone Age Village. We are now going to head over to the forest hidden in the trees, which is Instinct's area. He has made this new tower, the Dark Oak Post. It is pretty damn dope. I do like it quite a bit. Move. It's pretty cool. And then there's a chute out this way. And then his village actually changed quite a bit, so we'll head over there after this. So yeah, just a little exit area. Yeah, so I haven't posted in a few days either. I've just kind of not really had much motivation, but that's, you know, where you need to find motivation to post is when you don't have it, I guess. And then there's this little watchtower up here. So, and then let's grab OJ and head to his main village. It's changed quite a bit, I believe. So, his main bridge is still here. A lot more trees added. So yeah. And then there is, I believe this bridge here that is new. A little bridge over this pond that he actually cooked pretty hard with. A nice little house here. Just a house, the people living in the forest, and then the village hidden in the trees. And then a nice trail of the sunflower trail, I believe is what he calls it. And this is actually pretty damn dope. Really fun to ride OJ through. Well, this is a nice little thing. I've not seen this. Nice little awning, nice little sitting area. So yeah, actually, this is one of my favorite areas, honestly, the sunflower biome. And then I believe this was here. This is about the same. His main house, I guess he changed these blocks. I've not seen this. No wind chime. Oh, he's actually changed it quite a bit. It's pretty damn dope. And I believe, yeah, this down here is the same. And I guess this room has changed as well, his secret room. So I guess I'll show this off, hopefully. It doesn't get upset, but I believe this is all the same. I think this is actually new. 2 Amphissionators, and then this room. Don't believe, yeah, it's not finished yet, but he has cooked pretty hard. This is all his Tinker Construct stuff that I've been helping him with. Yeah, so this room actually, can't wait to see what it looks like when it's finished. So, yeah, let's head on to Cobble Coast. Is the exact same, so I'm not even gonna head over that way. I don't believe there's anything new over there, so yeah. And a little update, I guess, because I've not really, all the videos have been kind of wanky and whatnot. I'm giving a tour, so I'm also going to explain the realm a little bit more, you know, as anyone's first time watching. I am the Terian prophet. I am supporting Lord Terra. You know, you can call me Terian, basically. And we were at war with the Amphissians. We have came to some agreement, but basically the Amphissian Empire worshipped Amphissa, a goddess. And yeah, they had an emperor, and the emperor got assassinated. And if you guys have not watched that video, it is called Peace Treaty for Miku City, Part 1. And I would definitely recommend watching that video. That is one of my favorite videos that I've made, with the help of other people on the realm, obviously. Just a really nice story laid out. And breaking the story, this area is Earth Village, which is the exact same to my belief. Actually, real quick, before we get too far, this right here, I didn't go over it. This is a Terra Tower. This is a tower blessed by Lord Terra. I don't believe this was in the first realm tour. So, we'll just, you know, go over everything a little bit. Welcome to Terra Tower number 1. We hope you enjoy a tower hand-built from Lord Terra. A Terra Tower is a tower that has leaves at the roof point and is blessed with a bed for you to stay the night and regroup until morning. Good luck, adventurer. And it is written by me, the prophet, and blessed by Lord Terra. So I wanted to show off that. There's a few of them around. If I don't explain all of them, or go read the book. Basically, that's what it is a Terra Tower. You can identify it with the leaf at the roof point. So anyway, the Emperor got assassinated in that video I had talked about, and it has changed the Amphissian Empire forever. It has now split them and caused them into diversity, and they are now 2 different sections right now, pretty much controlling it. the High Council of the Amphissians and the High Command of the Amphissians. And the High Council is the one I made peace with. I have a video of it. I've not posted it, but quick summary of it. I will probably post it at some point. Quick summary of that video is we meet up and we talk about Miku City. And basically, we are going to stop all the killing, all the fighting, and I'm going to build a Terian church in an Amphissian area. And that church, you can either worship Lord Terra or Amphissa, or maybe any god of your choice. Who knows? But basically, a church on Amphissian soil, wherever they pick. And pretty much I'll help them with their rebellions, because they have a few rebellions that have now turned against the Empire. So, that was the High Council that I made peace with. This gets a bit confusing, but I've just learned it recently, and I'm hoping I can explain it to you guys easy. And so, High Council I'm friends with, basically. The High Command is the other side of the Amphissian Empire, and they are very upset at the High Council. They do not want peace with the Terians, me and the Archer, and anyone who worships Lord Terra. And basically, they're split into two different groups right now, and the High Command is not very happy, and they're in hiding, to my knowledge. So that is that, basically. Let's head on to the Miku City stuff. And I've not shown a lot of this recently, but this is all the same, I believe. The Sky Islands, we're just going to pretty much go over. I believe the bow was here, maybe not, but basically, this is all about the same, the Sky Islands. So we'll head over to this area, the Lost Terra Town. This is a abandoned tower. Someone was building it, and then just kind of left it, I guess. So I guess it is now Terian soil, because I believe it is within the Miku City outlines of what I want it to be, basically. So, Miku, if you're not familiar, Miku City was an area that was owned by Amphissians, and Lord Terra gave us a challenge, basically, to purify Miku City, and the way to purify Miku City was to get all the Amphissians out. So me and the Archer pretty much took it over, and we were summoned for a peace treaty, and I was going to make friends with the owner of Miku City, because he decided to leave Amphissian, or the Amphissa goddess, I guess. And he just took his chance to fucking leave, to Bell. So he took his chance to leave the Amphissian Empire, so I no longer had peace with him, and then he blew up Miku City and abandoned it. And I felt it was my duty to rebuild it, to purify it. So I am in the middle of that. And this is not Miku City, but this is on the outside of it. This is Lost Terra Town. Don't believe this is in the first video. And it is a lost town, basically, that I guess was made at some point by Lord Terra, I assume himself. And me and the Archer discovered it throughout all of the stuff with Miku City. And I don't know how no one noticed it before we did, but, you know, it is now here. And I do believe Lord Terra cooked pretty hard, but, we might have to rebuild this and make it livable again. I'm not too sure. So, you know, that is Lost Terra Town. Let's get on OJ and head to Miku Islands. Not to be mistaken with the Sky Islands. Miku Islands was the other Amphissian area outside of Miku City, trying to stop the invasion of Miku City. And that didn't work very well. Me and the Archer basically just killed them, and they left their island, and we took it over. Morally, was it correct? Your call. Who knows? We're probably still settling without choice today. But, you know, this is the islands that we pretty much just took over and claimed as ours. You know? And, this was made by a Terian. This was made by the Archer, a nice little Archer tower. So, you know. And then this fountain was made by me. And this structure over here was actually made by an Amphissian. I'm not sure who, but some Amphissian who claimed this island. So yeah, there's that. And then that symbol is also an Amphissian symbol. It's obviously made by an Amphissian. And then this little Japanese structure-esque thing was made by the archer as well. So I didn't actually build much here. So yeah. Next, going on to the boat next to Miku Islands, basically, which I have now built to. This was a Amphissian boat. And long story short, if you've not seen the video, which I believe I posted, I climbed up here and I kind of just stole their boat and I kind of just shot them. Wasn't morally correct? That is also your call. Who knows? Probably should ask Lord Terra about that one. But, you know, this is now my boat, so I changed it to this. And, you know, the Terians were causing quite the destruction. And I guess the owner of Miku City had enough, so he called us all here together for a peace treaty. We all talked, and then he blew us all up. And this is the main area where that said explosion happened. We were right here, and he was in front of us. And then it rigged over to here, which I have now put glass over, so you can see the old ruins still. And yeah, Miku City was an Amphissian area, but it got blown up and abandoned. So, as the Terian prophet, this is still my land, or a beautiful land, broken or not. So I made it my land, basically. So yes, this is all Amphissian structure. I did not make any of this. Did not make this cafe, which he had blew up. Did not make this horse stable. None of this was mine. So yeah, there was... I put these hay bales. And then there was this room over here that had... Jesus, he was slow down those stairs. He had this room pretty much finished. There was a little bit not finished. And I pretty much just moved in here and made it mine. And then I added this room. This was not here. This little side room. And then also, this room right here, I did not make, but I customized. This flag was an Amphissian flag that I have left. And there, everywhere you see green, basically, there is water. Not everywhere, I guess not on the flag. But right here, and then on the ground, there was water. So I changed it with leaves. And that's pretty much the change to this area. There is one other area right here that was made by the archer, which is a nice little wheat farm, a nice little Japanese wheat farm, which I think he cooked pretty hard with. And then the Miku forest, which was, again, not made by me, but made by the owner of Miku City, the old owner of Miku City. And we'll go into a little area of Miku City that was made by only me, a little biome, I guess you could call it, called the Miku Glow Forest. And I'm very happy with how this turned out. So again, all that I go through, basically all Amphissian stuff, until you get to here. This is all me, because, you know, Terians, trees, you know, you can tell. The Miku Glow Forest is what this is called. So yes, nice little horse stable, and these are all the fallen horses that were abandoned in the explosion of Miku City. Saved right here. And I believe this one in diamond armor is actually the Emperor's horse. So the Emperor died, but his horse survived. So we actually probably do have some leverage over the Amphissians. And then this is a Terra tent, similar to a Terra tower. No bed for you to sleep, but just a crafting table for you to craft and a campfire for you to cook. So another structure blessed by Lord Terra. I believe that is all to which is the Miku City stuff. You'll head over to Terra Point, or Point Terra. I'm not sure which one I refer to it as the video. I kind of refer to it as both, but Terra Point or Point Terra, we had shown in that area, in that first video, I believe. Because it was the first structure, or first area around Miku City that the Terians built in order to claim Miku City. And it has changed quite a bit. There's, I believe, that tower. Here's another Terra tent. I believe the first one? No, the second one. And yeah, so this is what was Terra Point. It got blown up by which we thought were the Amphissians, but we have now discovered is Avian Spark. I'm not sure what his empire is called, but basically something to do with the 16 people. He's one of the 16 people, I believe, that worship that empire or some shit. I'm not really sure. So, yeah, we had found out that it was Avian Spark that blew this up. So, yeah, that is Terra Point. And over here, I believe this ship is new. This is a ship that showed up one day with its counterpart that is just half there, I guess. That just only half of it showed up. And it's an alright boat, if I'm being honest. It's nothing spectacular. It's the first boat that showed up. So, I guess if it's the first, obviously it's not going to be that great. I guess that's the point of it. But the latest boat that showed up was actually the Emperor's boat. I guess it is still here. I guess he died, so, I couldn't drive it back. So I guess that's fair. And this boat was pretty fucking dope, if I'm being honest with you. And this is still an Amphissian area. The Emperor Island. So yeah, here's the Emperor's ship. I've actually not really been through it. Huh. So this actually built, or, designed really nicely. And I believe, hopefully OJ doesn't go too far. Huh. This is actually really dope. So yeah, we will also be checking out some Amphissian area. Not all of their area, because I don't want this video to go on for 7 hours long. But we will check out some Amphissian area. This is actually really cool. They did a really good job at designing this. Where is my horse at? That's not good. There he is. Okay, what's up, OJ? There's actually this lead right here that I'm going to steal. So yeah, actually, there's one area we can go before we go to the main capital as of current for the Amphissian council, so the ones that are friendly with it. We're actually so there's two capitals basically, because there's two different parts of Amphissians. So we will go to the first one. That was Avian Spark's area before he left. So he had an area when he was an Amphissian, and he blew it up and I guess just restarted his empire basically. And I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I'll go show it to you. He blew it up, and now the Amphissian command has basically took that over and made it their capital. So there's two capitals. There's the one I'm going to show you, which is the command capital, and then the Shroom Isle, which is the council capital. Sorry, I'm having a stroke. This gets a bit confusing. So there's this fly that is bugging the shit out of me. So we will show you the command capital, I believe, first. It is over this way. OJ is so good. He has such a good jump, and he's pretty damn quick, and he has a decent amount of health. He's just him. Assassination attempt survived. He's just him. Except he's not a great swimmer. That's the one thing I'll say about him that really gets to me. So, anyhow. Not really been here, so I'm not sure what's changed or what's not changed, but so yeah, this is, I believe it has a new name. I don't remember the old name. Amthikar is what it's called. High Command Territory. So yeah, we were right. This is pretty much the High Command capital. And it is pretty broken and overgrown. He's not done much with it, but an area we should definitely watch out for and keep our eye on. I guess we'll say that. And that is just a random village over there. And now we will head to the High Council capital. I don't know how much. Obviously, there's areas that I'm missing, but there's a few people where I don't know where they're located at. So, that's going to be kind of hard to show. So we're not going to show everyone's area. We'll probably just show the council's area and then leave it, I guess. Because I don't know what else area I could show. I've shown all my shit. I've shown the main Amphissian stuff, so. Come on, OJ. I was hoping I could pull him up this hill a little bit. But it doesn't matter, I guess. So yeah, the High Command capital is very close to the council capital. So that is something we should keep our eye on, is how quick they can get to everyone's stuff. And there is a new person on the realm. I don't really know his gamer tag or anything, but I don't know what he's doing. I don't know. He's not Terian, I know that, but he's not an Amphissian to my knowledge, because he stole the Emperor's armor. They had made a memorial, a grave for the Emperor, because he had gotten blown up, and this new person on the realm went and took the armor. So that, in even Lord Terra's eyes, like, I need to get the armor back if I can for the Amphissians, because that's kind of messed up. To take the Emperor's armor, to take a dead person's items, how low do you gotta stoop, you know? Like, how low of a, like, not a great guy, is what I'm trying to say, you know? So, as a good person, as a man of faith, I have to probably try to get that back, even just for the Amphissians. So yeah. And we will now head to Shroom Isle, the capital of the High Council. So yeah, as it comes up on the horizon, I have a video again recorded of getting shown this, but I need to edit around it, and this video is going up first. So I'm going to probably explain some stuff, and then there will be a video following this here shortly, hopefully. That is the Amphissians explaining this to me. So I'm going to explain it very briefly, and then they're going to explain it to me, basically. That's what I'm saying in another video. So I'm not quite sure exactly what this part over here is, but I believe it is just a little area, I guess. There's not much here, so let's head over to the actual island itself. This is the capital. This is the main point of Shroom Isle, I believe. This is trees that me and the archer have planted. They have now placed around. And yeah, a high council, or high Amphissian council building. This is where we did the little peace treaty at. As I sat here, if it will let me sit. And one was across from me, one was to the right of me, and we sat and we spoke and we came to a moment of peace. There is this little building. I don't know what this is referred at. Oh, the Amphissia Shrine, I think. It's like the third one or some shit. I destroyed the fourth. But anyway, there's a shrine to Amphissia. It actually looks pretty damn dope. We'll say. And then over on the other side of the, over here, I'm not sure what this is, but we'll look at it. It's blocked off, but they broke in to show me, so I'll break in real quick. It is a church of Amphissia. There's a nice little island, or a nice little map of the island. So, here's this. And the last building I will show is the it was where the Emperor lived, I believe. So, I'm heading on to the island. This is the new lighting in Bedrock, the visual, if you know what I don't know what it's called, but the new visual lighting things. It makes the Mushroom Island really hard to navigate, I feel like, especially when it's raining. I cannot see in front of me at all. So anyway, this is the house of the Emperor, I believe. I've actually not read these. I probably should. Amphissians, help us. Tonight we gather to honor the fallen. Our Emperor has ascended to truly serve Amphissians. It is such an honor to walk this earth beside him. He provides years of protection for every Amphissian or ally. I will intend to strive for such peace. This tragedy was the first and last of its kind. Amphissians can guide chaos, but only if you listen. However, the Emperor and his legacy will be told for generations to come. May he rest with Amphissians and watch over all of us as we enter such perilous times. Amphissians guide us all. High Amphissian Council. That was actually really well written. I'm going to have some strokes because, I'm not very good at reading. Remarks. Before I begin, I would like to join in prayer. Amphissians, our curator, I ask that you accept this moisture for our Emperor. I don't know if that's how you say that word. As we return his being back to you, I ask that you accept our beloved Emperor back that you provide comfort to. So many that you are painful loss. Provide warmth so that we may rebuild and find new meaning in our name. Amphissians, guide us. Amphissians, today marks the end and the beginning. The end of an era of liberation and returning meaning. I'm kind of having a stroke, I apologize. What seems like so long ago, Amphissians, through our Emperor, guided us for the desolate mesa and meant to hold from our truth faith to the nurturing way of our ocean where our connection to Amphissians returned. I bring this up because I, like so many of you, was lost, but not now. My faith remains unboundingly and true to her and the Empire. So Amphissians, through me, ask one thing of you all. Do not cry, do not feel sorrow, but instead rejoice in the life of our Emperor and the life he provided to us. Take on his example and provide in our full soul to Amphissians and the Empire. Thank you, and Amphissians guide you. That one got to me. Sorry. Nice, again, well written. Emperor Funeral. Hello, Amphissians. I am Atropos. I am chief historian of the Amphissian Empire. I was also a very close friend to the Emperor. I am one of the remaining members of the old Amphissian order. The Emperor saved me and Amphissians' word from dying in the Badlands. I become chief historian very early on. The Emperor wanted to make sure his work and the Amphissian people's work would not be forgotten by history. I've spent my entire life recording the great history of two eras. The Emperor was the first singular man that would be considered era-defining. He created the first the first empire, which ushered in a whole new era along with it. A whole new age of civilization was created through his actions. His empire would go along to conquer a large section of the realm. Under his guidance, more people know the word of Amphissians more than any time since Era Zero. I will continue documenting history and have more books about the Emperor that will be soon completed. Amphissians guide the Emperor or into the eternal sea. May Amphissians guide our empire. That was well written as well. That one I didn't struggle with as much, but, as you watch the videos, you will definitely start to see the high school dropout in me, because I'm not the greatest reader, but I'm trying to lock in, and I'm learning. That's what I'll say, I'm trying to get my reading skills back. So yeah, I believe that's probably all I want to. There's this little island over here, which I don't, just nice farms, I guess, but guess we'll leave it here for now. Thanks for watching. That's the video.